What's going on, YouTube? Today I have this 2005 Toyota Tacoma with a 4.0 liter V6. The customer is complaining that the vehicle's taking too long to warm up and he's getting very little heat output. So the first thing I did was I checked the coolant level, and the coolant level was full, because low coolant will do that too, because it causes the heater core to run low and it doesn't flow as fast through the engine through the heater core, because if it's low, it can't keep up, and it causes kind of like an air pocket, if you want to call it that. Anyways, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe so we continue to make videos like this to make your life easier. Now, I'm suspecting a thermostat, and we're going to replace this thermostat today. I already sold it to the customer. I've already got the part here, and the cool thing about this one is it comes already all in the housing. You just bolt it on, plug and play. Anyways, let's get started. Now, the first thing you're going to do is take this cover off out of your way, 10 millimeter. And generally, low coolant will cause the heater not to work right, but you might see some overheating issues as well. This is completely opposite. He's saying it's not warming up, and also the heater's not working very good either. And he said when it does warm up, it only gets about, not even, usually it gets around almost halfway. He said it only gets about a quarter of the way above cold, no matter how long he drives it for. And a stuck open thermostat will cause that. It's not too much else that would cause that, unless you had like a clogged heater core. But because of the symptom of the taking too long for the engine to warm up, that's a telltale sign of a stuck open thermostat. The first thing we're going to do, actually, I will introduce y'all to my new light. My other one went out on me, and I think I make better videos when I give y'all more light. So got this one off the Matco truck. It was like 50 bucks, but the cool thing is it has dual switches, and dual charging ports, which is kind of weird, but whatever. Let's put her on her head. I don't know if that's going to make much of a difference because it's kind of bright out here anyways. And we're going to take off these 3 10 millimeter bolts right here. And I'm going to start with the harder one. This is why I'm using a swivel socket. Now don't take it all the way off, because you'll probably drop it once you get it off most of the way. Spin it off with your fingers the rest of the way. Grab it, set it right there. Battery's a good holding spot. Now we'll take off that top one last. Probably don't really need to use a swivel socket on these other 2 bolts, because they're pretty accessible. But it's already here, it's already on my ratchet, so we're going to use it anyways. Third and final. This moment of truth. Alright. Now if you want to go ahead and take your hose off, you can, but I find it's a lot easier when I pop this off. Now you're going to lose a little bit of coolant, but because this thermostat sits so high up, you don't lose much. So you're just going to have to top it off, probably about a quarter of a gallon when you do refill it. So now I'm going to let me get my channel locks up here, so you can work with it better whenever you have that thermostat off. Alright, now just twist your thermostat back and forth to break the seal. There you go. See, it popped right out of the housing right there, causing it to be cocked, and that's going to make it get stuck open. Put your new thermostat in. Make sure we find which way it faces before we put that clamp back on. Okay, that's about good right there. Gotta love these squeeze clamps. Alright. Start your bolts. Okay, and to the fun one. You gotta have surgeon hands. Steady. Look at that. First try. Boom. Alright, reverse your ratchet. And lock them down. Nothing too crazy. Just till they stop. And that's how you do it. Now we're gonna, oh, I failed to mention, make sure you do this with the engine completely cooled down. I mean, like 2 or 3 hours of sitting. And you still want to be slow. Slowly pop your cap off. Just raise it up a little bit to make sure you hear no pressure, which you shouldn't because we opened the system, but I'm talking about before you do the job. Get our little handy dandy no spill funnel. It's going to be this adapter on our Toyota. And the cap, let's see. Let's try this other one. That one seems a little loose. There you go. Stick her in the hole. We like sticking her in the hole, don't we, y'all? Boys. And girls too, maybe. Fill her up. Like I said, you shouldn't lose too much because of how high up that thermostat sits. So. Go ahead and put our cover back on while that drains down. Get on there. Alright, that seems to be settling down like it's full. So next step is go in there and start the vehicle up. Turn your heater on. Let it run for a good 20 or 30 minutes until you start getting heat out of the vents. That's a good indicator that it's bled out. And the car will hold no more fluid. And you see no more bubbles coming through. And the temperature being at normal operating temperature. Anyways, if y'all haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Y'all have a good day. Check like down below. Peace out, YouTube.